can't say that the swing is a groove. Jim Furyk's proof of that. But there's another good reason. Even Louis Westhuizen, with his lovely classic simple swing, beautiful rhythm, the swing varies. You can't have the same swing path and playing for a driver as you do for a 6-iron or you for a wedge. So all of us are affected and controlled by the structure of the club. And Bryson DeChambeau, that well-known rocket scientist, is using clubs that are all the same length through the irons. And in a separate piece on DeChambeau, I'll be coming back to that. But what I'll just get in your mind clearly is that you can't have a grooved swing because the sand iron is the most upright swing, the shortest. It's the most wristy and the least rolly of the forearms. The 6-iron's middle of the bag, 13 clubs, 6-iron dead centre. And therefore the mix of the shoulder turn, the forearms and the wrists is just about as good as it gets. And then when you go to the 44-inch driver, you've now got a long club that promotes a flatter swing with more forearm rotation and less wrist cock. And the trouble of having clubs the same length is you mess up that natural sequence. So here we are, this is my tribute to Jim Furyk's wedge play. Pretty classic setup. Back he goes, does all sorts of weird things, clears the hips, and yet the club face comes down and meets the ball as it should. That was the wedge. Here's the 6-iron. You're getting the point. It doesn't matter about the shape of the backswing as long as it's functional. What's its function? To create power. So here's the 6-iron. Okay. So I load the power. I can a little bit of a twirl. I can clear my hips. And I can still get the ball going down the line just with my instinct. Now, if I can hit it that good with all the messing about, I'm going to be a bit better with a more classic approach. All right, so let's go to driver, which is always my favourite. The driver, or if you're a Cockney, the Lady Godiva. So here we go. What's amazing about Furyk, when he goes back and has all his change of direction, he then clears the hips, and the impact, his right hip is almost between his forearms, and yet he hits it from there, okay? I'm not going to try, I might hurt myself. Here we go. We're going to load. We're going to create the power. We've got choice. Then we use the power. So you can see, even messing around with the clubs and changing the swing, giving you a bit of Furyk. If you've got a bit of flair and a bit of confidence, it's amazing what you can do. Wouldn't it be sad if someone had taken Furyk and suppressed his natural ability with an orthodox swing? We would never have had a 58 and a 59.